Hey folks, today I'm going to chat to you about how to add a product to your Shopify store. We're just going to jump straight into it, and when we go to products on the left hand side there, and then we click add product, you'll get given this page here. Now this is adding a product to your Shopify site and all the information that you want to essentially fill out. So we'll just go through the steps. So basically I'm just going to do a basic t-shirt, basic tee. I'm just going to do tee like that. So you want to make sure that your title is basically SEO, has some sort of SEO keywords in it that people are going to be searching for to find your product either on your website and also on Google, and just anywhere else. Okay, so you want to make sure that this has got keywords in it and it's descriptive of the product. And then jumping down into description, you can put any sort of information in here. Make sure to think about what you want to put in here is any sort of descriptive, what makes your product better than the competitors. So you want to think of materials. You can list out materials in here. What's included when you purchase the product. So like what is they going to get in the package, sizes and dimensions potentially, any sort of shipping and returns policy you can quickly add in here, just like bullet pointed shipping and returns policies. I wouldn't recommend doing like your whole shipping and returns policy because that could be very large, but just like basic bullet points. One other fun feature about the description is this generate text function. So what I'll do is I'll just put in here basic t-shirt for athletic and everyday wear. And then what you can do is you can grab this, you highlight the text, and then you would click rephrase. Now I've got it set to a playful tone, but you can literally choose any tone or you can select a custom tone. You can just type in anything you want there. We're going to do persuasive. We'll go generate text. Introducing the basic T. So this is all done via ChatGPT essentially. You can give it special instructions. Please include emoji. And we'll go generate. So I'm going to keep that because then what you can do is you can highlight it again. Oh, highlight it. And then you can go extend. So now this will make it longer for more text. So this is a great way to get started. I wouldn't say like using these words exactly for how they are right now, but you might want to come in here and then start adding like materials. So you can do bullet points, so cotton, and then etc. etc. You can add in as many details or less details as you want. What you can do is you can add in a video. So you can add in an embed from YouTube if you like. You can also add imagery. So you can choose upload images, choose any imagery you like, and then it'll insert it into the description. And that's kind of the description. It's the most important part probably of your product page because it's got the most information for your selling points of your product. So it's fairly important to make sure that this is nicely written. So it's great having this generate text, generate product descriptions function. Highly recommend using it. So down to media, I'm just going to upload one of these snowboards. These snowboard imagery just get populated on Shopify stores when you're making test stores, basically within partner profiles. Now what you can do with your product imagery, you want to make them obviously as professional as possible. So think about that when you're uploading products and imagery and all that sort of thing. But what you can do is click this little edit icon. This is where you can edit alt text. So obviously the alt text isn't very good for this. Alt text is descriptive for Google. So what you want to do is you'd want to add in here keywords, anything descriptive of the product that is in this image. So highly recommend coming through and adding SEO, keywords, and that sort of thing into this. What you can also do is you can go enhance background. So what this will do is it will analyze the product. It pulls the product out from the image. And then you can go, say we want this in, what could we do? Maybe, I'm going to put snowboard as the subject. We want it in a snowy range. So now it'll be generating the text, generating the image for us to use. You can see all the suggestions down the side here. This is literally all the suggestions that you can automatically choose straight off the bat. So you can see here that these images are actually pretty cool, and it's great to add more professionalism to different imagery and stuff like that. If you were selling coffee mugs or something, then potentially on the living room, it might be fun, or just like a studio setting. But you can just choose that one. And then once you've chosen one like this, you just click done in the top right corner. And then hit save. Probably go save as new because you never want to overwrite your main product image. And then once you've finished that, it'll process for a little bit. It'll upload it. And then once you click X, so it'll just be sitting there right there. So the first product image will always be your featured image on your website. So this is the one that you want. This is the most prominent image on your whole website for this product. And then this one here will be the next one. You can easily swap them just by clicking and dragging, and you can pop it on top. And it will shift places with the other one. Very cool feature. Highly recommend using that as well to try and bring in that professionalism and enhance those images. So heading down to prices. Category here, just to quickly explain this. This is just a category for your website. So you just want to make sure that it's the most descriptive as possible. So t-shirts is exactly what I've uploaded. Determines tax rates, and adds Metafields to improve search filters and cross-channel sales. So that's just like for your website and the online store theme and stuff like that. And tax rates is calculating correct tax rates for some states and regions and countries. So going down to pricing. So basically this price here on the left is what you're going to be charging for your product exactly. So it's highly recommended, this is the price that you're going to get in your bank account when you sell this product. So please take into consideration everything. When you are considering what to charge for your product, I'd highly recommend looking at competitors' prices. Have a look how high demand your product is, what sort of value your product is bringing to the customers. If you are planning on doing any discounts, which every store kind of does, so I'd recommend making sure that you're charging enough so you can discount it a little. Manufacturer's costs, and then on top of all of that, considering like if you're going to do free shipping at all, the shipping for the product will need to come out of this price. So it's something to think on. It's a tricky one to figure out pricing, but I'd recommend having a look at your manufacturer's costs, so how much it's costing you, and then doing some type of percentage margin on top of that, which will take into account all those extra fees, and you'll get a good idea based on like competitive research and all that sort of stuff. So right now I'm just going to put 35. If you wanted to display your product as a sale, you would just want to add your competitor's price, or the price that you originally had it on your website for, into this compare at price. So say this was 40, this would show that it's a $5 sale. Okay. Manage international pricing. That's not something we'll go into today. To quickly explain it though, it's just for Shopify markets. So if you were selling this across countries, you can change the pricing. So it'll take this price as a base price, and then it'll charge your international price. So you can upsell or upscale the pricing by $1 or $2, and it will convert the pricing automatically and all that sort of stuff. So we won't go into that today, but that's just a little bit about managed pricing. The cost per item. So this is completely up to you if you add this in or not. You don't have to. This is definitely an optional section. So you can just add, say if it was costing you $10, then it will automatically calculate out your profit and your margin. So this is the profit that you'll get into your bank account based on this price here, and it'll calculate your percentage margin. If you change this to 15, it'll automatically do this. So you don't have to leave this in here. Some people do, some people don't. It all depends on what you want to, if you want to include it or not, to be honest. The only benefit to it is some of the analytics reports will pull this price and you can see how much profit and margin you're gaining and stuff like that. Yeah, up to you. Track quantity. So this is, you can either continue selling out of stock, so you just leave this unchecked, so then it's not tracked. So basically what that means is like Shopify won't double check to make sure you have inventory in place before it makes a sale. If you click track inventory, you can come in here and you can go, I have 20 of them in my basement, and it will only sell 20. You can also continue selling when out of stock. So you can just check this. Won't affect Shopify POS, but staff will see a warning if they go and try and sell it. But this will just keep counting for you, basically. So once this gets to 0 and you make another sale, it'll go to -1, and then -2, and so forth. SKU and barcode, again, optional sections if you want to include this or not. Completely up to you. You can add your SKU for the product and you can add your barcode, but you don't have to. Shipping. So this, if it is a digital product, then you uncheck this, but otherwise you would have this checked. And basically this is a great way of calculating shipping at checkout. So you would just add the weight of the product. Another way of doing shipping is doing like pricing. So that's something else that you can potentially look for, is doing shipping by price. So like by cart price. So if you have free shipping on $50 or over, then it will ignore this and it does cart-based shipping rates, basically. So this, I will go back to variants in a moment because that's very important. But category Metafields, you can tell that all this is purple. So this is all suggested. So it's purely suggested based off of what we've put at the top here, basic tee, and then this t-shirt. So it's added 5 Metafields, and that's what all this information is here. Now this is up to you. Some websites will use this if you've customized your theme and front end of your website, but it's not all themes will pull this information. It is completely up to you. So then we'll go through and add some variants. So these are just suggested based on what you have a tee up here. But basically what we're going to do is I'm going to go through and add a color. And then we're going to add, I just wanted to add size. Perfect. So what we can do is for color. So this will create a different option for every time a product is selected. So the default entries, you can just type these in or select these. We're just going to add a few there, and then for size, and then you would add a size. So I don't like how they've written those out. So I'm just going to go small, enter. Oh no, what's it doing? I don't like that. I'll have to uncheck it. Nope, small. Then uncheck the previous. Okay, so you have to have one checked at all times. No worries. So we'll just go small, and then we'll go medium, and we'll go large, etc. and we click done, and we click done. So now those are 2 options that your customers have to select before they check out, because they may want to choose a black medium t-shirt, for example, just like that. Now you'll see here, you can update inventory for your products. You can update prices per variants and stuff like that. So you can come in here and change each large, medium, and small. You can also add imagery for the product. So these will be the images that are uploaded at the top of the page. These are these images here. And you can add in, so if I have images of a blue snowboard or a t-shirt, I would add them in there, and they can pop up there, and then you can add the black, and you can add the navy and the green, etc. Very good to add, because a lot of websites use these, because when they select black on the front end, it'll automatically go to the black image, that sort of thing. It's very, very nice. Now if we scroll all the way back up to the top, we'll just go over what's on the right hand side here. So status, this is just active, so it'll be active on your online store and available for people to purchase, or draft is when you're still getting things sorted, set up, etc. This will be publishing, so what sales channels do you want to publish it to? If you don't have all these options, that's totally fine. These are just installed on this test store. Online store will be your website that you're making. Shop is Shopify shop channel. It's like their own marketplace. Point of sale is a POS system that you have, sort of brick and mortar type POS system. But what you can do is you can come in here and go manage sales, and you can uncheck them if you don't want to sell them on any one of those sales channels. Markets, this is just showing you what markets it's going to sell to. And again, you can come in here and remove those markets. Product type, this will just be for your own categorization of your website. So I'm just going to go clothing. Vendor, it's up to you if you add the vendor. Again, it's just information collection, completely up to you. Collection, what collection? So a collection on Shopify is basically a collection of products that you're going to display on your store. So I might just add it to the homepage for now. And then you can add tags to your product. So this will help search and discovery of your products and any sort of thing like that. So it'll be searching anything in the admin that you want to search for. You can also add and create automated collections, which I'll make another video on how to automate collections. So then you don't have to go through and manually add them, but you can build collections out based on these tags. So it makes it a lot easier and a lot more automated. So I'm just going to set this as active, and then we'll hit save. And then once that goes through, product created, perfect, wonderful. And now we can just go preview. And now this will take us to the website, and it will show us shows us the product, the image, it shows us the description that we made, and then also the black, navy, medium, etc. Yeah. And that's basically it. If you have any questions or anything about product creation in Shopify, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down in the description below. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.